What's going, y'all? What's going on? This is the Battle Blaster coming back at y'all. I feel very disturbed right about now, and I feel disturbed because of the simple fact of my people and the way we think in our minds programming. I want you to listen very carefully. I've listened to yesterday the spoiler alerts on YouTube here about the about the Black Panther. And the reason why I listened to it, like I said, my thing, I ain't planning to spend no money to go and see that. I don't really even go and see no damn movies regardless. So why would I even spend any money to go and see no damn Black Panther? I don't even spend money to go and see Star Wars and stuff like that, and I love Star Wars, so, you know, so, I'm just sitting up here and I'm saying to myself, like, yo, this is crazy. So I hear a post, and this is not the only time I've heard this saying, but I heard in the post, I read the post today, and the guy says he went to see Black Panther and now he leaves the theater feeling some kind of way. Like he's embarrassed of his own people that he wants to do better. Okay, inside of the Black Panther's meaning of the movie, it spoke about basically having forgiveness for people being sold into slavery, and basically forgive the people who enslaved you and start building on your own. Now, this is something I've said for a minute now. I never said don't forgive the people who enslaved you. No, you never should forgive those people because if you think about it, we still are enslaved and we're not getting any benefits from it. Everybody else who comes into this country benefits from whatever the hell we went through and what we still go through. So you should never allow anyone to tell you to forget your your tragedies and our enslavements and all that, because that's crazy. But I've always said we know how they work, we know how they operate. So what we should be doing is building for ourselves. I've always said this. We need to build ourselves. We need to put our money together and build and reinvest in our neighborhoods before they take them over. Because if you look at everywhere around in this country, black neighborhoods are being gentrified. And if you don't know what gentrified or gentrification is, that is when a company or some type of developing agents come in, they buy up all the land, they buy up all the abandoned houses, everything, and what they do is they rebuild. And in the process of rebuilding, see new faces come in, like white faces. So you see all these people come in, these different whites and Asians starting to move back into your city, and you start finding yourself slowly but surely being seeped out of the city because the rent gets higher, your taxes grow higher. You understand? They try to make it to the point where you cannot live in that area. And a lot of black people, they know we can't afford to live in into white areas. So what they do is they make the cost of living so high that we can't live. If you look at California, that is the epicenter of what they're deciding to do. If you look at California, they got something called Skid Row. They got a whole bunch of Skid Rows all up in California, places that was beautiful landmarks that are nice streets. Now they're cluttered with tents and shanty houses. These people can't even live anymore. They work and they can't live. So I watched something on Facebook and somebody put up there as a joke, and it wasn't a joke. They showed these, and like I said, when it comes to other cultures, I really don't give a shit anymore, because at the end of the day, we are on our own. Case in point, if you look at the kid who shot up that school, he's some type of Hispanic male, and his last name is Cruz. Okay, you got to understand how white Hispanics see things. A lot of them see things as they're being white. Even some of the brown skinned ones, they consider themselves white. If you go, like I asked a friend of mine years ago, I said, on your birth certificate, what does it say? He says it says white on his birth certificate. I said, seriously? I said, so you consider yourself white? He said, yeah. I looked at him. I didn't say no more, because I understood where he came from and I understood where he was living at. You know, this is the kind of guy that if I went there and I told him, you know, if I like blurted out, like, no, out of like frustration, I blurted out, I wanted to quit my job because I feel like I'm being racially, how you say it? I was being like racially targeted when everybody else gets raises and I don't get a raise, and you know, and then they tell you, oh, you need to work harder. Dude, I work harder than all of you put together. On Fridays when y'all ain't got nothing to do, you clean up your bed, you sit around, the boss don't say shit to you. But as soon as he see me, no, I clean up my bed, I ain't got nothing to do, I'm sitting around, he gonna make sure he gonna find something for my ass to do. See, that's a difference. There's a whole new dynamic. Nobody sees that. Nobody cares to see it. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. But the point is, when it comes to Hispanic brothers and sisters, a lot of them don't stand with us. A lot of them don't. Just like the mass majority of Asians don't stand with us. When it comes to that guy, Peter Liang, from coast to coast, you had Koreans, you had Vietnamese, you had Chinese, you had Japanese, you had I think I said Filipinos. What they call them again? Southeast Asians, like the Hawaiians. A lot of them stood together. They felt like, yo, we right there along with white supremacy. And we so stupid. We go right to these stores and we give them our money, our hard-earned money. We go to the hair stores. Women, y'all give them all your money. Men and women, we go to the Chinese stores and we eat their food, or we go to the corner stores that we don't own anymore. Back in the 70s, I remember as kids, a lot of us owned stores. We don't even own that. We don't even own those stores. Nowadays, all these stores are owned by some type of Latin individual, some Puerto Rican or Dominican or Colombian or what they call those other people again, Cubans. So some type of Latin diaspora person, they own those stores now. You have those, you have the Indians. Indians hate the shit out of us. They dark like we are. And they hate the fuck out of us. And the funny part about Indians, they basically black folks, believe it or not. But like I said, that's another story for another time. But my thing is, when I read that post, it didn't kind of piss me off. It pissed me off because it shows me that it takes us to live in fucking the land of make-believe just so we could feel like we've done something. Like we're so, you know, we're oh my God, what I'm trying to say. We live in the land of make-believe. And if it took a comic book fake character with a small meaning inside that say we need to get our shit together and start doing for ourselves, for us to do for ourselves. One thing I'm going to say about that is it's a damn shame, because you should have been thought like that. You should have been thinking that we need to do for ourselves, because we know deep down inside that these white individuals ain't going to do nothing for us. They have these individuals who sit down and who sits down in these politician and government seats. All they do is design laws to hurt us and put us in jail or keep us broke. And then you got to worry about these white businesses who want us to do all this overtime, want to work us like slaves. But when it comes to white people, oh, don't worry, go ahead on. We'll make sure that you get a full day's pay. You can have the half a day off. We don't care. But when it comes to you, it's like, oh, you have to work. You're going to have to work. And they pull out the whip and start whipping you. You got to work. And you can't leave until this car is done or that car is done. Or you can't leave until you get this much of the quota done or whatever. We as black people have a real bad mental issue. If it takes a fucking movie that is not real, that is not based in reality, that's based on a comic book, for you to sit down and really have that thought saying you feel some kind of way about your people because your people and you should be doing better, then you fucking crazy. You should have been felt like that. You should have felt like that when you first popped out your mom's ass. She should have been telling you that. Your dad should have been telling you that. They should have been showing you shit. But no one says anything. No one talks. Everybody sits down and they follow. This is another term of following. You follow a damn fucking comic book character on a fucking movie. You go to the movie dressed as Coming to America, dressed in fine African linen. Why couldn't you do that every day? Brothers, why can't you pull up your fucking pants and dress, very educated and carry yourself educated? But it takes this movie to make you feel that way? You wouldn't even go to see Birth of a Nation, a movie based on a true event in history of Nat Turner. And if you don't know who Nat Turner is, y'all some sad suckers. I understand the school system does not let us read on these individuals who has helped black people to change certain courses or have did certain things in this country. But you have a cell phone, you got a computer, so you have something at the tip of your fingers, so you can research Nat Turner. Find out who the fuck Nat Turner was. And look at what he was all about. There was a lot of individuals out there that was doing it. Denmark VC, all these individuals out here. But we so stupid. We so ignorant. If Mary J. Blige ain't telling us this, if ASAP Rocky ain't telling us that, if whoever the hell it is you listening to, if it ain't the Black Panther who ain't showing you something, you will not think of it on your own. It's a shame because this is how this country treats you. It treats you and it shows you. Do not have your own thinking. Do not think. Let us think for you. We already basically at the fucking end game. These motherfuckers talk. Look at this bullshit they got going on right now with this shooting over there in Florida at the schools. And like I said before, why is it that they shoot up all these white schools, but they don't shoot up the black schools? Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing that it's a bad thing that they don't shoot up black schools. I'm glad they don't fucking shoot up black schools. But when you go to these white schools, these predominantly white schools, they're always mixed and they always have probably 5% blacks. Always remember, there's always 1 or 2 or 3 blacks that's getting shot. There were 17 kids they claimed that got shot, and I think 3 of them was black. They wouldn't even release the names. You have to dig for this shit. You got to dig for their names and their fucking their culture. So You sitting down, you looking at this shit, man, and you just listen to it. Just watch it. I mean, it's a sad sack of shit, man. It really is. And this is funny, and I'm hopefully you can understand what I'm saying to you about this, but they won't shoot up a black school, like I said, because they have demonized and bastardized black people for so fucking long that if anything like that happened in a black school, the first thing you will have people saying, who cares? They deserved it. And that's what it is. Who cares? They deserved it. Them black people deserve to get shot up. They're this, they're not that, and they're blah, 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 and they this and they that. But when it's a white school and they get shots up, now everybody's got to stop breathing. They got to say, oh my God, why is this happening to us? Oh my God. And now you have the Congress people saying, what can we do? They want you to sit there and they want you to say, it needs to be more harder, gun control laws. And then pretty soon they're going to say, we don't need no guns. Y'all need to take the guns from the people. As soon as that happens, that's when they're going to revoke the Second Amendment. This is all an agenda. This is all an agenda. We know what this is. I know what it is. I don't know about you. A lot of people out here, y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all choose to walk around here acting dumb and dumb yourselves down. You grown men and fucking women. It's time for you, especially if you got kids, it's time for you to fucking act like a fucking adult. It really is. But that's just, my take on shit. And it's the truth. I don't give a fuck how you feel. You're an idiot. And if you let this damn Black Panther movie if you let the Black Panther movie wake you up, that's nice, but at the same time, you're an idiot as well, because you should have been saw this shit. You should have been saw it. Now, I know why y'all probably sitting up here saying, well, this fool talking all this shit, but he's got Knight Rider on there, and he's showing us, like, clips of Knight Rider. Yeah, I am, but I wanted you to see something. If you notice, the clips I wanted you really to see was the one where the black and the Spanish dude were the car thieves. And plus they were like the comic relief. This is how Hollywood sees us. Do you know that the Black Panther movie, they wanted to put a lesbian gay scene in there? But Disney told them to take it out because they said it will do something to the next time when they put another Black Panther movie out. They said, but if we can get a high grossing now, and when the new Black Panther that we're going to work on, when that movie come out, then we can introduce the gay love scenes, the gay sex scenes between the two women. And a lot of you assholes don't even read comic books. A lot of you don't even fucking read them. Y'all just felt like, oh, we need a black superhero. Oh, bitch, we all superheroes. Black people are superheroes, period. We could do shit that no other fucking race can. But we so fucking stupid, we had to sit back and say, we need somebody to validate us. You validate your damn self. You don't need no woman. You don't need no man. You don't need no damn white people to validate you. You validate yourself. Know who you are. Know what you are. And be proud of it. Sad, man. We're sad. We're a sad group of people, man. We really are. But if this Black Panther, I can only say, if this movie Black Panther can wake you up, then kudos to Black Panther. But please, please, please decipher the fucking meaning. Decipher what that shit is putting down. Because what the lady was sitting down saying how it was, and the meaning was, if you listen very carefully, how she said it was like basically that you should forgive white people for enslaving you and start building, no, not building, but start forgiving and start putting things together for yourselves. She never said building. She said putting things together for yourselves. Let me tell you something. This is an easy way out. They know we want reparations. And we need to push for reparations because without money, we can't do a lot of things. But we have over 1 point something. They said 1 point something. I think 1.3 trillion spending, 1.3 trillion dollars in spending a year. I mean, honestly, if black people, we all, even if you're a senior. I know a lot of seniors, y'all could need your money or whatever. I mean, if y'all could put $5 or $10 a month into a fund, and we all put 50 people who making money, $50 to $100 a week or every 2 weeks, every time we get paid, we put it in a fund. And if we can't put $50 or $100 that week, and we could put 25 in it, let's do it. And let's do it for like 2 to 3 years. Trust me, we can build our we can build our communities back up. We can have the projects look like fucking Fifth Avenue, Saks Fifth Avenue. We can have our city streets looking like New York City, like Fifth Avenue and shit like that, and Parkway. We can make shit beautiful. And see, the thing also, you got to understand, they're going to come in, they're going to try to destroy shit. So, we're going to have our own military force inside. And I shouldn't even be talking about this because I'm giving away shit. But I'm just saying, we should have our own forces, our own armed forces. But that's just me talking. I ain't nobody. I've been saying this shit for years. And it's hard to talk to when your own people don't even want to listen to you. Because all they listen to is garbage like Cardi B and what's that other thing? The housewives of Atlanta and the basketball wives. The stupid shit. Empire. You like dumb shit. Because these people keep us dumbed down. It's a shame when our kids go to school and they don't want to learn because they so fucking dumbed down and they so fucking ignorant because they watch this bullshit, and you, as a parent, continue to let them do what they do. You don't want to beat your kids, for one. You don't want to discipline them because, if I discipline them, I'm going to go to jail. The white man's going to take me to jail. If I discipline my child, Dyfus is going to come. Well, let Dyfus take your kid. Your kid understand that, in that house is better than them going to somebody else's house who don't give a fuck about them, who might abuse the shit out of them. And they'll probably think about it. I'm going back home. Fuck this place. I was wrong. And it's a sad situation. But again, this is what happened when you allow your child to have his or her own mind while they're developing, because children don't know what they truly want or what they truly need. They just know let's play this. They only know what they want at that time. And always what they want at that time is not always good. But like I said, if it takes a fucking comic book movie to make you wake the fuck up, kudos to the movie. You dig? Kudos to that. It just shows you how sad of a people we truly are. We should have been thinking this way. And we should never stop saying we want reparations. Because our forefathers, died trying, died in this country, not trying to do it. But what I'm saying is they died in this country under white supremacy and bigoted people, in a racist society. So we should have some type of plan of action. And I got a couple plans, upstairs in my head. I constantly tell people, you need to constantly think. You need to think, and don't think about stupid shit. Think about how you can make your situation better. These people ain't gonna do nothing for us, so we have to do it on our own. And in the process of doing it on our own, make sure these motherfuckers ain't got nothing. Nothing they can do about it. And make sure that if they try to come in and start shit, we shut them down right then and there. Like I said, they want a war. We should be able to bring them to that war that they want so bad. We the ones with God on our side. And until we go back to that way of thinking and that life, you know what I mean? Of knowing that there is a higher being than us, then, you know, we'll make it. But until then, you know, we're stuck. But like I said, if it takes a movie to make you feel some type of pride, and it's a fake movie, a little fairy tale movie, all I can say to you is, damn, that's a goddamn shame. But if it works for you to get your mind straight and get your mind right, then go ahead on. All right, y'all, this is a Battle Blast. I'm going to sign out. Peace.